here at 6:34 p.m. Just as a heads up, we are live streaming this on YouTube as we did last month. We have a majority of the board present with 3 members. Live streaming this on YouTube. We have a majority of the board present on YouTube. We have an agenda perspective. We do have the quorum, as I mentioned. Notice this has been out on the website, and we have within the agenda perspective time periods. We do have the quorum. The reading and disposal of prior meeting minutes. Kent did send out the meeting minutes today. I believe everybody had a chance to look at that, unless you tell me otherwise. So if that is the case, today, I did not see anything. Everybody had a chance to that didn't align with the notes that I had. So I will, if that is the today, to waive the reading. I did not see prior meeting minutes and present or approve them as presented by Kent. Waive the reading. I did not see prior. All in favor? Approve them as presented by Kent. Waive the reading. Next piece here, we'll get into the community status portion here. Approve them as committee reports and whatnot. And then we have some continuing business around the portion membership vote. Approve them as committee reports, which we haven't really reviewed. Continuing came late. Business around the portion membership vote. Approve them as committee reports, which we haven't really reviewed. Continuing came late, and then from there we can just move into home business. Which we haven't really reviewed. In terms of financials, continuing came late, and then from there we can just move into home business. We did not receive the financials. In terms of financials, continuing came late, and then from there we can just move into. I think everyone had the income earlier today, but that we needed the manager's package, which I believe I think everyone sent till later from Bernadette. So had the income earlier today, but that we needed the manager's package. Bernadette had the updated earlier today. Slides. I'll say, but that make sure everybody's aligned on, and then we'll just post the final slides out online. We need. Project dashboard, just highlighted things here. Post the final slides relative to some of the things that we have in dashboard. Just highlighted process here. Post the final slides relative to item Nick. The things that we have contract ready. I just did not send it to you. Yep. If we can work on some kind of timing, maybe last week in November. Item Nick. The things that we have contract order, just so ready. I just did not send it to you. To that. Item Nick. The things that we have contract.
If I can get the contract on that,
ready.
I'll also send out to check with availability for him.
Okay, perfect. Other things.
Looking at first and next.
Also send out to check with availability for him. No. November, December for the. Also send out to check with availability for him. I have to get availability from him. Bring it back to the board and see if we can arrange for him to come out. Because one thing we didn't have lights all over the house.
Right.
Bring it back to the board and see if we can of all the properties Christmas lights. Because one thing, we didn't know about that. So figure out dates.
Other items here, we have the road sealing and repairs. We do have another vendor, driveway maintenance. I don't know. Other items here, we have another vendor putting together a driveway maintenance. So then I think there is one or two more, and we'll have a total of about 5 on there for that project. Driveway maintenance. So then I think there. 2 more, and we'll have a total of about 5 and everything. For that project. Driveway maintenance. So then I think there. 2 more, and we'll have a total of about all the schedules. So 5 provide a longer lead time on this. I think there. So we can start to get the logistics. 2 more, and we'll have a 5 provide a longer lead time. Vendors, their biggest concern on this. I think there. So we can start to get the logistics. 2 more, and we'll have the community during that time. Vendors, their biggest concern on this. I think there. So we can start to get the logistics. 2 more, we'll have the map. How the community during that. How are you splitting things up? Frame. What's the overall? What are your? If you want to. How are you splitting things up? Best learning frame, clients and whatnot. So if you want to. How are you splitting? Will be hopefully
things up.
It's gonna take us a while to get through that.
And what's the drive time, the wait time before driving? Is it, how?
24 hours.
Things up.
Drive time, the wait time
So,
before driving?
and again, that has a lot of the track. You don't want to
24 hours. Things up.
Drive time, the wait time
So,
before driving?
And again, that
It's
has a
never
lot
gonna
of
be a quick and easy, you know, we're
Track.
gonna this out type of thing, and most of the heavier projects
So,
are not usually done.
And again, that
It's
has a
never
lot
gonna
of
be a traffic type of thing, and most of the family visitors, things of that
heavier
nature.
projects are
So
not
we'll have ample time to kind of look at
traffic
that
type of thing.
place, so.
Most of the
The sidewalk, RFP, we have that ready to go out, and that's for the, you know, the grind and replacement, I think we do that.
most of the
The sidewalk, RF, you know, at least pushed out,
Replacement,
I think we imagine that would be that.
Most of the
Until probably January, you know, at least pushed out everything, and obviously nobody wants to replace
I think we
sidewalks.
imagine
December with the holidays and whatnot.
in that
And then the other item I know we had talked about was, the front
imagine December
exit board gate. And the other item I know in that
Sign.
regard, the sign.
Yeah.
We talked about- We did get, a couple quotes back for the LED, on the single color side, which
Sign.
seemed to be the, I guess what.
It's
We did get, you know, or trying to
The,
execute what we're looking for.
on the single color side, which
seemed
sign.
to be
We did get
you know, they were.
the
I mean, I guess I went back to them for details because there wasn't a lot of specificity around warranty. They were expected useful life.
the
I mean, it's something ballpark.
because there wasn't a lot of specificity around
Tell you how long
warranty.
they
They were
gonna last.
I mean, it's something
So,
ballpark because
hopefully we can get that
there wasn't a lot of specificity.
fleshed out and get that full package ready for, you know, review on that, so.
That
They
there
did
wasn't a lot
offer up the, you know,
of specificity
fleshed out and get that having a single color and a multicolor, like a full color. They said the full color thing is just.
That there wasn't a offer up
You know, for that small
Single
single
color.
color, yeah, they said it's more annoying than
multicolor,
anything.
like a full color.
They said the full color thing is just.
That there wasn't an offer up
You know, for that small
Single
single color,
color.
yeah, they said it's more annoying than.
Extra benefit to have color otherwise,
color,
unless we were to put images.
small single color.
You know, on.
Yeah, they said it's more annoying.
Yeah, unless we were to put our images.
Small single
You know, on.
Yeah, they said it's more annoying.
Yeah, unless we were to put our.
Yeah. So that kinda, you know, takes us through, you know, what we have here.
Unless we were.
I know there was some other things that we were looking
To
for.
put our-
The gatehouse enhancements and what we have here, but, you know, I think that.
Unless we were.
I know there was some other, the gatehouse enhancement, what we had. Contractors come out who had committed
Have
here,
here,
but, you know, I think that. Reviews and, you know, different options, but, you know, those people are still reaching out to them.
Have here, but,
Yeah.
you know, I think that
Reviews and, you know, still reaching out to them, so, we'll work that.
Have here, but,
We're not in a hurry.
still reaching out to them,
So,
No,
No,
nothing
from-
emergency.
we'll work that.
from what that was reviewed at the
Yeah,
gatehouse
huge.
structure, all the electrical was fine, there was no issue with that.
Nothing emergency.
We'll work that.
From, as we had that checked out, I think we had done some work earlier in the year. All the electrical was a clean out trap in the back of the gatehouse. Obviously, all the telecommunication stuff is fine, from that. The only thing
Electrical
that
was a
is-
clean out trap.
that everybody noticed, and the
Telecommunication.
telecommunication fine is somebody who's licensed.
Stuff is fine, from that.
It's at the top. It's not.
The electrical was a
it's
clean
not
out
something
trap.
that
Everybody
it was
is
installed,
somebody
it was
who's
never-
licensed. Stuff is fine, from that.
It's licensed, it's not
Somebody who's licensed. Stuff is
it's
fine.
few and far between. So that's one of those things that needs some attention, but I guess we'll have to find someone in that regard.
is fine.
Far between. So it's one of
Online,
those things that needs some
strategy
attention,
dashboard,
but
I think,
we'll have to find someone in
a lot
that.
of people
are aware we had an outage.
So it's one of those things that needs some
strategy
attention.
But I
But I
think
think
came back online today, this afternoon. We don't have a root cause. It was.
It was the vendor.
Came back online today.
The
This
vendor's
after
not-
coughing up a root cause, are they?
Yeah, well, yeah.
But I
It
think-
was the, they acted.
Up a root cause.
Because they're shutting,
But-
they're
Yeah,
shutting
well-
down a lot of those old sites. We've moved away from them. And
Okay.
so they accidentally,
Yeah,
shutting
well-
down Linda's instructions on a lot of those old sites. We've moved, they accidentally. Why it took so When does it,
Probably because they put it into cold storage
Sure.
and they remove it out of cold storage like on Amazon, it takes about
I got
30
That's-
seconds.
When does it,
Probably because they put it into cold storage
Sure.
and they remove it out of
So,
cold storage.
and
And
that's-
when does it launch January 1st? Probably because they put it the readiness date. January 1st kind of fits into, you know, with the annual
Because they put it-
coming up in, what's it called, in first January, you know, with our
fits
timing that
into-
we follow,
From-
it's gonna be, you know, with the annual.
Because they put it-
What's it called, and with
First
January,
January,
getting
you
people
know,
onboarded and used to the new site, it's
With
probably
the-
better to kind of hit it in a dead
Period,
period
and
with that, so you can get used to it.
With first January,
Getting
you know,
onboarded and used to the new site, it's
With
probably
the-
better to worked out, so you can get used to it.
with first January, you know, onboarded and used to the new site.
The payment functionality
Site
is
is with the-
fixed in that. We still do not have,
And used to the new-
test case that passes the payment
Site
functionality
is-
of registering guests. Still do not have, that can be seen by the guards.
And used to the new-
Test
Site
functionality
is-
of registering guests. X home is getting this and.
Still
this
do not
vendors,
have-
that can be seen. So that's still outstanding. And then the other
By the
one is
guard.
the integration points into third party.
This
and
still-
primarily Caliber.
Do not have- that can be
So
seen
that seems, the other
by
one
the
is the
guard.
integration
We need to
points
deep
into
dive
that, Kent, on that,
the
the
third
third
party.
party.
This
And
still-
primarily K's, and I'm not.
Like the integration-
When you see it on the backside.
We need to deep dive
uh,
that.
The dummy account changes a lot.
payable? or
Yeah,
you mean
yeah,
like
the age,
payment?
yeah, payments.
Payments and-
The stuff is not,
Is
it's
that-
not tying out from the
Well,
dumb,
seeing you
yeah,
should be
the age,
payment
yeah,
automatically
payment connected to.
Payments and-
The stuff is not,
Is
it's
that-
not tying out from the dumb,
Yeah,
the age, yeah,
Is
payment
it
connected
just a
to.
result that's in a test environment?
That caliber is not in a test environment, it's
No.
live.
Oh.
In the age-
That's fully, that's.
Yeah,
payment
connected to-
Not in a test environment. Well, even that, it's
No.
live, the front end web piece.
In the age-
That's test.
Test
Well,
environment.
even the connector is live into production.
It's
The
live.
front end test, the numbers that you pull up should be the same numbers you can call Bernadette.
It's live.
This, you know, look at my
The-
front end test, what I'm seeing, and it should
nu-
match to the, you can
Right.
call, every transaction should match with
Bernadette.
Bernadette.
It's live.
This is, and it
The
should
number.
match to,
You can-
yeah, and working to get
Call
every, Melinda and Diane on that to discuss. So that's a problem.
Working to get
You
all-
can't have the incorrect.
Every-
Melinda and Diane on that to discuss. So that's, you can't have. Moving into the committee status reports, ARB, I know there's a ARB meeting directly after this. Mike Pulaski texted me the, phone number of the conference call. I can open it up on. ARB, I know there's as he's out of town right now, so, we can make that one. Call. What I gather.
I know there's
As he's out of town right now, resident, I know they reached out, we can, on their home in, I know Chase with the roof damage, and they had.
Out of town right now.
The tile, I know
So,
they reached out temporarily,
we can-
just because.
on their home in-
from a leaking
I know
perspective,
Chase
so
with
that I'm
the
assuming
roof
that
damage.
that's on the
So,
agenda. They reached out temporarily,
we can-
just because.
on their home in-
So, leaking
I know.
perspective. Social committee, Nick,
Chase.
did
Yeah.
a nice job on the Halloween.
Yeah.
Leaking,
So-
everybody
Yes, thank
got that
you.
done.
Yeah, for our winners, they
Social-
all received their
Did a
gift
nice
cards.
job on the whole-
Congratulated them.
Making
Everyone was
sure
very
they-
excited. And for our winners, they
Social-
all received their
Did a nice
gift
job on the
cards.
whole-
Of course, we're all set with that. That's all completed. And we're gonna move on to the winter holidays. Same thing. I've got postcards here
On
that
to
are
the
going to
win-
be mailed out. You've already
Winter
taken a look
holidays.
at it.
Same thing.
Mike, you as well.
Postcards here.
We just need to get those
To
that are
the
going to be
win-
approved.
mailed
Make
out.
sure designs, no typos, dates are all fine. But other than
What-
that,
what's
those.
the-
To the
Are we putting a
the
specific?
win mailed
Make
out.
sure designs,
no
we're still looking at
typos,
that, have to look
dates
at
are
the
all
schedule.
fine.
We have to work with you.
Mailed
Make
out.
sure
Designs,
you,
no,
do it on the same day. So, still looking at
typos.
that, have to decide that later on in the month as we get closer, before we send them out to you.
What's your postmark date, when you wanna?
Still looking
So
decide that later on.
Well, I mean, the last week of November, so they still
Yeah,
get
probably,
very.
so they get there before December.
When you want
Still
to.
end of November.
Christmas
Decide that later on.
Well, I mean, the last week of November, so they still
Yeah,
get
probably,
very.
so they get there before December.
The 21st.
You want to.
So,
So you guys.
yeah,
get
probably,
very
so they get there before December.
Sunday, Christmas.
So,
Or you can do it on, let's say, Friday, the 23rd. I just know that,
before December.
Sunday, Christmas.
So,
Or later,
I
like
mean,
closer to the actual. they
yeah,
do it on,
well, I
let's say,
think some people might turn their lights off after the 24th and 25th, so maybe do it the 20th.
Closer to the actual. they
Yeah,
do it on-
well,
that's fine.
after the 24th. When was that, a Sunday? And 25th, so
Sunday's the
maybe
24th.
do, so that'd be,
Yeah, well,
oh yeah, that's fine then. After the 24th, 23rd, so.
I just wanna make sure we got this.
When was that, a Sunday?
So-
Okay.
You want them postmarked?
25th? No, I will put a 23rd on there for December.
I just wanna make sure we got
23rd.
this.
When was that, a Sunday? To ship them out. No, I will put a 23rd on there for December.
I just wanna make sure we got this.
When was that, a Sunday? To ship them out. No, I will put a. Yeah, all fine. Yeah.
So is it the judging day on there?
No, I will put a. Judging day,
Okay.
we'll get those adjustments made.
So is it the judging day on there?
No, I will put a. Judging day, we'll get those adjustments made. That's the same as last year,
Oh,
nothing's
okay.
increased or so. We'll get so I'll just get them to you, Kent. Make sure it's made.
Yeah, when you're ready, let me know, cause.
We'll get so I'll just get them to you, Kent. Make sure it's made.
Yeah, when you're ready, let me know, cause.
Okay, so that's all set regarding this, and we'll just have to
Yeah,
progress through the month of December.
when you're ready, let me know.
For social. That's all set regarding this, and we'll just have to
Yeah,
for social.
Information technology,
That's
I think I covered most of this, the website,
Set regard.
was down, at least it's back up now and is functioning.
That's
I think I covered most of this,
Set regard.
was down, at least it's back up now and reloaded them.
Set regard.
Mostly for the project summary.
Was down, at least it's-
The dashboard pictures that were the last things loaded, looked like they got deleted, so. Project
summary.
Updated.
Down, at
Like I
least.
mentioned on the website, the payment issue, seems to be closed on that.
Project summary.
Guest scheduling.
Down, at least.
Mentioned on the website, the problem, and how that's closed on that.
Project summary.
Guest scheduling.
Down, at least.
And that's a main
On the website.
value add component of the website, so that has priority working on it from the developer side.
And that's a main.
And then
On the web.
the integration, testing,
Priority
obviously
working,
Caliber and,
on it.
Twitter goes in there.
The integration.
YouTube channel is
Testing,
integrated in.
priority.
All that stuff needs to just make sure it works. And then obviously the
YouTube channel.
security profile, because we're gonna have
Is
this
testing,
integrated in.
priority.
The guards
Obviously
have a
the
specific profile to view.
YouTube
not,
channel.
Edit.
Security
So that-
profile, because
that'll
we're gonna
be
have
very
testing,
integrated.
priority.
The guards have
Obviously the
specific profile. Fair amount of work to get to
Well, the
January
view.
1 launch, but hopefully me,
Priority.
Melinda and Diane from Leland.
The guards obviously the
specific, realistic
Well, the
January
view.
1 launch, but we need to draw the line.
hopefully me.
This
Obviously the
is-
specific-
We're just gonna have to work it and get it done.
Realistic.
So,
Well, the view.
let's see. Infrastructure,
Real-
exit gates, message board quote,
Let's
our holiday lights, infrastructure,
Real-
Diane Honnell, can take care
Real-
of that.
Real-
Exit gates, message board quote,
Let's
our holiday lights, so we're set there, there's no incremental purchases of anything.
Message board.
New at this point.
Our holiday lights,
Last
so we're
on lights.
set there, there's no
Incremental purchase.
Our holiday lights.
I don't know what happened
weird.
to the lights.
I
I don't remember if we
Yeah,
traded
what
them
did we
out
ever
and
do?
we got the multis or.
Set there. Oh, I think, didn't we, we told them to trade them out if they could get them sold, I think.
Yeah.
And they could.
So,
I don't remember.
Who bought Set them? there. Oh, I think, didn't we,
But.
we told them to trade them out if they
ocean
could
in
get
their
them
front lawn.
Set there. But,
I
think,
so
didn't we-
that's on track there. Both the front and rear fountains needed service calls. So that's on track there. Luckily enough,
Both
they have
the front and rear fountains need.
folks who can.
So that's on track there.
Luckily enough,
Both
they have in with them.
the front and rear.
The folks there to
enough,
put together kind of a maintenance plan. Because every time it's $100 a month.
The folks there.
But why can't
put
together kind of a maintenance plan? Because every time it's $100 a month.
The folks there.
Why can't of that stuff? You know, you get a monthly. Why can't we have a maintenance plan? Well, they're
the folks there.
Why can't? And I know they've done. Why can't we have a maintenance for you, Kent? They're
the folks there. Why can't?
And I know they've done.
Why can't we have a maintenance
for you, Kent?
Sometimes they have to pull the fountain in.
They've done.
Why
Why can't we have a maintenance for you, Kent?
repairs, electric, other stuff. Sometimes they have to pull the fountain in.
Can't we have a maintenance for you, Kent?
Repairs, electric, and other stuff, right? I mean, sometimes they have to, so probably not a bad idea. I don't know that every other month, you need it every other month, maybe more stuff, right?
Seems like they're here that much, there's always.
Sometimes they have.
So,
Yeah, and
every
you know,
other
if
month.
it's the light not working,
Right.
Seems like they're here that much, there's always.
Sometimes they have.
so.
yeah, and
And every other
if
month.
it's the light not
Every
working.
person that has to do the electric from a different person that has to do the fountain, so.
And every other month.
Sure that you.
The light not
It
working.
doesn't work, because, so you don't need two service calls for.
And every other month.
Sure that you. Doesn't work, because, so, I know sometimes they don't need two services until they get on site and diagnose it, but it's just something to think about how they're gonna handle that.
Don't need two services.
Until they get on site and diagnose it, it's just something to think about how they're gonna handle that.
Don't need two services.
Let's see, the front marquee lights, those are the large Turtle Creeks. We did have damage. Let's see, the front marquee lights, those are the large, have damage. Let's see, eventually we're gonna have to.
The front marquee.
Have to replace the fixtures, so I have a couple.
Key
different
lights.
vendors quoting that out to see what options are there. I guess you wanna say
Front
you
marquee.
have to replace the
light
fixtures,
switch,
or what
so
are
I
the,
have a couple
key
lights.
quoting that out to see longer, last.
I guess you wanna
say
say
you
you have to replace the fixtures,
or what
so
are
I
the
have a
that upgraded. So
couple key lights.
for those to come in, and then we can, execute against that and get that
So I have a
upgraded. In terms of anything else on the
execute against that.
the monthly summary,
So I have a
just as a
in terms
follow-up,
of anything else on the
tennis court, that tree.
execute against
Talked
that.
about before, that fell in and hit the tennis court, broke and messed up the brick wall. That is gonna be removed on Saturday, the 18th, and then.
Execute against
talked
that.
about before that fell or brick, I forget. what the official name.
That
We'll repair
is
it,
gonna be removed on
most
Saturday.
likely, or brick. I told them I'd like it done before Thanksgiving, if they could.
Forget
squeeze
what the
it
official
in
name.
beginning of the next week. So they'll reconcile that
That-
back wall and then the one brick wall at both,
Giving, if
or
they
the
could-
one brick issue that's over at both.
Beginning of the next
At the entrance.
wall and then the one
Yeah.
brick.
No, in the Boco.
Giving,
brick,
if they
the
could-
one brick issue
Yeah,
that's
the
over
one
at
brick.
both.
Beginning of the next
So-
The entrance.
wall and then the one
Yeah.
brick.
No,
Okay,
yeah.
yeah,
We were
I was
discussing
just
about,
telling them,
yeah.
I was noticing you
Yeah.
can see through it.
Yeah.
There's several
And,
places.
yeah,
The
there's no
entrance.
brick, so they'll just.
Oh, and then the one, yeah. No,
They said, no, don't worry about
Yeah.
it.
Several.
Pictures.
Is that irrigation?
And,
kind
yeah,
of
they're
causing a
yeah.
problem?
They said, well, I don't, if you send the.
Yeah, they've been
violation-
there.
Several.
Pictures.
Is that
Basically said in the notice, if they didn't take it down in 30 days, the association would take it down and notice
Several.
bill them for any wall repairs.
Is that
Basically said in the notice, if they didn't take it down in 30 days, the association would take it down. I don't expect any wall repairs.
Is that
Basically said in the notice, if they didn't take it down in 30 days,
Verify the date, because if it's 30
Association.
days, I'll have
yeah.
the irrigation guy pull it and then just put in basic whatever,
Verify the date,
Association.
and then we can.
irrigation guy, pull it, and then
Damage
just
to the
put
walls
in,
and repair them here.
Because it
The,
is.
verify the date,
Association.
and then we can, irrigation guy,
Because it
the,
is.
verify the date, association,
Somebody put it up.
and then we
We can get that, and then I can, make sure we get that knocked out. Other point, access control, I put this in, Nick, I'll let you speak to, I know you talked to the other point, access control, I put this in, Nick, reported, I'll let you, within, Water's Edge, the surveillance video. Access control, I put this in, Nick, reported, I'll let you, within, Water's Edge, the surveillance, which seems to be the common thread video we experienced in Turtle Creek. The surveillance video did capture at the roundabout. The surveillance, which seems to be the common thread video we experienced in Turtle Creek, did capture at the roundabout. The surveillance, which seems to be the front, did catch him too. So we common thread video box of ins and outs and which seems going. That was all turned on. Did catch him too. So we common thread video box of at the and ins and outs. Did catch him too. So we common thread video box. It happened between. It was about 3 in the morning, 3:20 in the morning is when we're
Between
saying.
the hours of 3 and 5. They were in the community for quite a bit.
It happened between. It was about 3 in the morning, 3:20 in the morning. All the camera. It happened between. It was, I had links. It was about 3 in the morning. To do a scan on it, looking for movement during that time period. I know Alan looked at it. I went through it. It was about 3 again. In the morning. A lot of data to do a scan on it. We still looked at it. Any. I went through it. It was about 3 again for them. We still over the wall in Scenic Oak. Looked at it. Any come in through the front. The tennis court with the new installation of those cameras. I mean, that didn't catch any. Looked at it. Over that area, come in through the front. The walls over on the Avalon side did not catch any movement of anything over there. Catch any so again, over that area, come in through the front. The walls over on the Avalon side did not catch any. Don't know. I mean, they were just wondering if we saw any entry. Catch any. That's when I was talking to the detective over on the Avalon. We're not seeing any. And I didn't catch any. Don't know. I mean, they're parks. Don't talking to the detective. They said, here's where all of our over on the Avalon. We're not seeing any. Don't know. I mean, they're still talking to the detective. They said, here's where all of our opinion. Can you just let us know and we can work together to install there. But I haven't. Still talking to. That was just, yesterday. They said, here's where all of our opinion. Can you just let us know and we can work together? No, they were not. Yesterday. They said, here's where all of our opinion. Can you just let us know and we can work? And we do have all the. No, they were not duty patrols working the hours, because if we look at the common thread, and we do have, it's always within that. All the no, they were not 5 a.m. patrols working the hours, and working with parks. It's always within that. All the no, they were not 5 a.m. police reports and everything like that. Patrols work. He made the suggestion to update the guys to focus on those times, because it's usually between everything like that. 5 a.m. and anywhere between he made Thursday night to the Sunday morning. The guys to focus on those times, because it's usually between everything like that. Anywhere between he made Thursday night, and we've done a lot of analysis with the Sheriff's Department and their crime analysis unit. In the send out today, I consolidated into a table. Done a lot of analysis. What we've seen, I mean, in January 1st and their crime was through November 2nd. Today, I consolidated into done a lot of analysis. Phillips, they pulled, it was January 1st and their crime was through November 2nd. Today, 10 of those crimes happened in district, about 4.4%. If you go right across the street, November 2nd, basically 33 crimes. 10 of those crimes happened in district, about 4.4%. But if you go right across for 33 crimes, 10 of those crimes in district, access control and what the gates provide, or what the surveillance cameras provide, that tells you that there's a significant amount of stuff being kept out. But it also tells us that control of what the gates provide, or what the surveillance cameras provide, that tells you that there's significant. We don't file a police. But it also tells us that control of what the gates provide, or what the surveillance cameras provide, that tells you that the issue is still with the either an significant or unlocked car, surveillance cameras in it, that type of thing. That continues. That tells you that a common thread through every unlocked car incidents. Or surveillance cameras in it, that type of thing. That continues. It tells you that or surveillance cameras in it, that type of thing. That continues. It tells you. I bow bow to the, what party has for schedule on that. So when he issues the schedule, we look at it, I mean, and the board gets the entire. And if he has for schedule, sometimes there's gaps in coverages, and when he issues the schedule, we look at it, I mean, and if he has for schedule, sometimes, relative to that, because I know there's gaps in coverage. Raise the amount of money that we're paying the sheriff, because Universal and Disney are sucking up, because I know there's an extreme amount of the off-duty officers, because they raise the amount of money that would, a heck of a lot more. You know,
He's selecting.
Because I know there's an extreme
amount of the off, he is suggesting money that would, a heck of a lot more. So when he issues the, you know, monthly, you wanna say calendar, he has in the hours, what officer would be working when, we all get that. And that's why we had suggested, monthly, hey, you might wanna take some people off working when, that we all get that. And move them to the next, and that's why this shift or whatever, and that's calendar people off working when, that we all get that. Month and a half ago, something like that, I'd have to get the exact date on it. Get that month and a half
Yeah,
ago.
officers can choose whichever off-duty work they would like, so it's not like
Get that month.
they're whichever off-duty work, they're not on-duty officers, so they're not scheduled to have to come every weekend. We do, like you were saying, we have to listen to what Orange County scheduled wants. We ask, hey, can you come work on these hours? They kind of determine the hours for us, you know, because otherwise we won't have anyone to come in. So we kind of have to have a very take and give kind of a relationship with the Orange County Sheriff's Office. Kind of have to have a very, what's the word? They're very take and give kind of a relationship. We have a really great relationship between. Kind of have to have a very. Can you help us? And like Mike was saying, they've actually helped us out with sending people during the nighttime. So. Kind of have to have a very. Can you help us? Like Mike was saying, they've actually helped us out with sending people. The reports. Kind of have to have a very. Can you help us? Hands. Like Mike, given all that information to all of the off-duty officers that are here as well, so they're informed and they're keeping an eye on the areas and the. Given all that information that are here as well, so they're informed, they're aware, and they're doing their jobs, and they're keeping an eye on the areas and the. Given all that information that are doing their jobs, and they're keeping an eye on the areas and the. And all that information.
Did you have any difficulty from what the folks were saying?
And all that information. At least all the ones that have had police reports, people leave their vehicles unlocked.
And all that information.
We, at least as a board, have all the ones that are, we've been trying to put it on the front board as well, trying to write out reminders that, people should lock their vehicles. It's fairly easy. We've been trying to put it on the front board as well, trying to write out reminders that, people, fairly easy. We've been trying to put it on the front board. Take out your valuables as well, trying to write out. And close your garage doors. I've seen a couple garage doors open, and I'm sure valuables. A couple things here and there. Trying to write out of there. So, but that's about it. And I'm sure valuables. We want the community to be safe. We don't want to have crime. No one does. So, but that's all. Just stay safe. You have anything?
Nope. I think another product just died.
I was just gonna say.
That's all, just stay safe.
PC.
No, it's a PC. So.
You have anything?
Nope.
I was just gonna say.
That's all, just stay safe.
PC.
No, it's a PC.
Use next.
So.
I mean, what are you looking up?
No, I was gonna project it. 'Cause the,
Can you project? Next.
No, not.
So.
I mean, what are you looking up?
No, I mean, we only have the one more slide to go through.
No, not.
So.
I mean, what are you looking up?
No, I mean, we only have but that is the end of the status or committee reports here. But moving into continuing business, that is the end of the whatever here. The only item we have on the agenda from the continuing business, that is the end of the whatever here. Going back and forth, and I've sent out the only item relative to the members vote on the amendment to here. Going back or forth, and I've sent out the only item relative to the members vote on the amendment. Forth, and I've sent out the only item relative to having the vote have the options on December 13th meeting, or on the January 17th meeting, 2018.
December 13th meeting, or on the January 17th meeting. December 13th meeting, or on the
Because this got vetted.
January.
I mean, essentially, if you go December 13th, you're looking at a November, basically postmark. Just postmark November 7th.
I mean, essentially,
Your electronic.
if you go
voting
December
will open at,
13th, you're
on
looking at
December
November,
29th.
basically post
The
November
new,
7th. I mean, essentially, your
electronic
if you go
voting
December
will open at
13th,
five
you're looking at
an electronic voter.
November,
Close that early so that
Basically-
the vendor has requested that to process that and get the, so
an
there's no
electronic voter.
anything
November,
like that.
the vendor has requested
That would be December
that
11th.
to process that and
Voting
like
with
that. The vendor
about an hour of our meeting.
has requested that would be December
13th to
11th.
support that. So we'll have an abbreviated session on that.
Has requested
Out we go.
that would be December 11th.
Support that, 6:30. Basically,
on that.
and then voting would close.
Has requested
Out we go. And the tallying.
that would be December 11th.
Support that, 6:30. Basically,
on that.
and then voting would close and release the
Has
results
requested
one way or another.
basically
Go option 2, which is the January 7th.
and then voting would
date,
close and release
vote
the
date. Then
the
basically,
results one way or another.
to communicate.
Basically, go option
with
2,
their-
which
their
is
official notice on December 13th.
the
And then you'd have January 2nd would be the electronic voting opening.
Basically, go option
would
2.
do electronic voting consent.
and then you'd
and then January 7th.
have January 2nd would be the
in-person voting.
basically go option 2.
And close at 7 o'clock.
Electronic voting consent, and then you
And then January 7th.
have January 2nd would be
in-person voting.
basically go option 2.
And close at 7 o'clock. In one state
Electronic
for a while.
Go
And then the email consent.
option 2 and
Yeah,
close at 7 o'clock.
as well as the online voting consent.
And one state electronic for a while. Email
Questions?
consent. Go option 2 and close at 7 o'clock.
As well as the online voting consent.
And one state electronic
Both aren't running through any holidays, so we're good on that.
online voting consent.
We're good.
And one state electronic
Both aren't running through any holidays, so we're good on
Option 1,
state
option
electronic.
that. I'm on. Both aren't running through any holidays.
We're gonna hold off until January. This whole thing was gonna be put aside until January.
Because so many people are out of
Through any-
town in December.
We're gonna hold off until January.
And you're not flat out saying
Because
this
so many-
whole thing is to try to take the sign down.
People are out of
Maybe
town
it's
Through any-
in December.
We're gonna hold off until January.
And you're not flat out saying
Because
this
so many-
whole thing is to try to take the sign, this whole thing is about.
Yeah, well, it'll be laid out in explicit
You're
detail
not
as
fine.
to the issue.
Because so many-
It'll be laid out in
And then
explicit
exactly what
detail
we're
as
going to
to
do
the-
and proposing going forward.
the-
There's no, we're
It'll
gonna
be laid out in-
write an amendment for a neighborhood watch sign. It's gonna be a proposal to change the section 6 amendment on this.
We're gonna be laid
Or
out
another, I mean, you
out
can't
in
write
an amendment
sit
for a
there
neighborhood
and-
watch.
and define something.
Change
so
the section
finite
6
on
amendment
that,
on this.
then
We're gonna be laid
that's
out
another, a whole nother.
for a
can.
neighborhood watch
And define something.
change
But I thought.
the
still
section
we're
6
talking about
amendment.
until January, so we're not trying to do this in the middle of the holiday when nobody could care less about
the
signs.
No.
Section 6 amendment.
is We would look at both options, laying out the timeline for December
The
and
sec-
January.
No, Section 6 amendment.
Is, we would look at both options, laying out the timeline.
I don't hear any strong opinions about one or the other, so if a lot of.
Look at both options.
Personally.
Laying out the timeline.
I don't hear any strong opinions about one or the other, so I was gonna say, a lot of.
Okay,
Laying out the timeline.
I don't hear any strong opinions about one, so I just would like to say that out there, so we're proposing a definitive reason why we need to rush this. So,
what it sounds like is going on.
I just would like to say that out there, so
Well, we still have a duty to at a efficient pace. Well, we still have a duty. The reason that people may be on holidays, we have option 1 as November 29th to December 13th. That's not running on a holiday. The reason that, okay, if people are out of town, people may be on holidays, it's still an option. The 13th, we don't see a running on a holiday, at least for another month. Okay, if people are
And we, as the board representing the community,
on a holiday, at least for another month.
The community sitting out here, who is we?
Duties.
The community sitting here, who is?
That's right. And
Well, one more
This
person.
board is volunteering their services to make sure stuff gets done in a.
And they do that.
Well, one more person.
And they do
Doing
that.
exactly to make sure stuff gets done. Nothing, but trying to hold the community hostage on this issue.
They do that.
I had streets buckling for 8 months.
Make sure
Okay,
stuff.
whoa.
Board is doing everything.
Whoa.
I've been on YouTube.
Everyone.
And I've actually heard.
For 8 months.
On YouTube.
Okay,
Board is doing everything.
Whoa.
I've been on YouTube.
Everyone.
Since the Florida legislature is required to operate in the sunshine, why is the board not required to operate in the sunshine? And I just required to one person not rejected to the sign. Required to operate in the sunshine, and I just required to one
And
person
opinion
not
from our
rejected to
attorney,
the sign.
and based upon the rhetoric that's went around, we've handled all this information under attorney-client privilege. Once it's opinion from our attorney, we've handled all the opinion, everything else information under attorney-client privilege. Once it's opinion from our attorney, we've handled all the opinion that it will be handled as attorney-client privilege at this point.
We're spending all this money basically.
Handled all the opinions that it will be handled as attorney-client privilege at this point.
The lawyers said.
And all the opinions that it will
Their letterhead.
be handled as
Passing out. How do we know that's even true?
well,
I
besides,
think that's something that's brought up like
yeah,
that
well, I mean,
in black and
like,
white.
be handled, I said before, the board is aware of what the attorney, yeah, well, I mean, so you can sit there and
Like,
question,
be handled.
I'm a liar or not,
Yeah,
that's, that, you know, feel free to.
I mean,
so you can, I really don't care. And please, again, Dan, don't go around the board's back and try to contact our attorney.
I mean,
so you can,
offered to
okay?
pay for that, and
I really
talked
don't
to
care.
his
And please,
assistant for over a half hour.
board's back and try to contact our attorney.
I mean, so you can,
Okay?
I
really don't care. And please,
Over a half hour.
Tom Slate
board's back and try to contact our
personally,
See in black and white.
attorney.
that's fine. When we're past this issue, you get it.
Yeah,
Tom
You
Slate,
guys all do realize that.
Board's back and try to contact our
Street, on county
that's
property.
fine. When we're past this issue, you get
That's
it.
what-
Tom Slate,
And you can't do a damn thing about it. That's where the other communities have it.
That's fine.
If you want.
and if it's county property,
When we're-
we're not,
It is.
again, I've never
So why
said,
go through
nobody's
all this
ever
here?
said anything about trying to force the
Fine.
county to do what they want. with
And
their property.
if it's
That's
county
fine. They wanna
property,
put one-
when we're-
we're not-
It is.
Again, I've never
So why
said
go-
the county to do what they want.
And if
You know,
it's
covenants and what we have to deal
county
with
property,
as a gated community with private roads, this is essentially the county and the sheriff's office have
To
both
deal with-
for me. This is your issue.
As a gated community with private
Take care of it
roads,
internally.
this
They're
is
not getting involved.
essentially
You
the
wanna put it on the
county
street?
and the sheriff.
This is your issue.
As a gated community with private roads,
internally.
this
They're not
is
getting- But that doesn't matter.
essentially
You
the
put it on
county-
sign or not, because it's private road on this. The county is not gonna
Well, what's
dictate
the
on
harm of
private.
it being there, other than to
Doesn't
protect?
matter,
the-
because it's private road.
If you broke into these
on
cars,
this.
let's say
The
you did get past the.
County is not gonna
Well, what's
dictate
the
on
harm of it
private.
being there? They're gonna look
Other
that
than
way.
Doesn't matter, because it's private road on this.
Let's say
The
you did
county
get past the.
county-
They don't care, they don't have a neighborhood watch.
is not gonna dictate.
Maybe nobody wanted to form one over there.
on
It's a crime deterrent. Let's say you did get past the.
County-
Take away from the residents.
Wanted to
form one over. Yes, sir.
on
It's a crime.
Yeah.
County-
Take away from the residents. And the county's, they didn't create this for the hell of it.
These are national statistics. My parents formed one of the first neighborhood watches back in the 1970s in
Just for the hell of
Berkeley.
it.
These are national statistics. My parents formed one of the first neighborhood watches in the 70s.
Just for the hell of it.
These are national statistics. My parents formed one of the first. Say that those statistics are not valid.
I'm not here to debate the statistics. I'm here to execute
In
in an opinion.
You said
Everybody has an
statistics.
opinion on it,
Okay.
but what
I'm
we're
here
failing
to
to understand
execute
on a global level,
in your
has given us an opinion, but
I'm
we're
here to
relatively ignore
to
to understand
execute-
and sweep it under the rug for no reason,
Well,
other than, somebody
there's
might
not
get
a-
upset on it. As a board, we have a
And
duty
sweep
to
it
act
under
on
the
this.
rug,
We can't
then,
open ourselves,
some
Turtle Creek HOA,
There's
might
not
have
a-
a set of opinions and shoulder that risk. So the community, which we thought was the most
Some
fair
Turtle
way to
Creek
do this,
HOA
can vote to modify the amendments.
Yeah.
Modify the amendments, the covenants.
Some
fair
Turtle
way,
Creek-
boom, it's done, it's over with.
HOA
Can
can
vote to modify the amendments.
Yeah.
Modify the amendment.
Issue, why,
What's
we don't,
the rush?
I don't believe we're delaying it, I think we're trying to give ourselves time to evaluate it and consider it and give it its due diligence, if you will. And I would not criticize the board at all and consider it in 1 month batches, I don't think we're stalling, I think we're trying to give it proper attention. So unless you can tell me there's a real reason why it has to be done.
I think I can, because the
Trying to
last
give it-
meeting when this was brought up,
And I don't
was
attention.
delayed because
So
of the emails and the.
has to be done.
Who's writing
I think I
emails?
can.
Trying to give
And
it
the emails that
attention.
were written
So
to this board have absolutely.
It has to be done.
I
You're talking about Congress.
And the emails
attention. So
this board been sent to this board
Show me.
and to council. And I didn't want to delay it because I need this to end. I need it to end. And I thought that when we decided and to council, we would delay it because I need this to stop. The emails would stop. Let it stop, and then we'll see about delaying it because it's gotten worse. I don't want to go through my holidays receiving these emails. I need this to stop. I need it now.
What emails are you
So-
talking about? Let's see.
I mean, let's
I
have,
think
let's,
we do have a summary of them all, don't we?
What emails are you talking
I
about?
don't
let's
know
have,
if
let's,
How many
let's get back,
residents
let's,
have
I mean, let-
Emails are you talking? Kent, do you agree with that?
let's have,
From the residents?
that's all I've gotten. I don't know if Kent's gotten any, but I can tell you,
Then what are all these emails?
I don't know,
From the-
I don't have account.
Kent's gotten
I
any,
don't have account,
but I can tell you,
yeah, I don't have account.
Obviously, there's people here.
What about?
Kent's gotten any.
I don't have account.
All right, so we have a new Avalon board president. She's in the job 1 week. Another reason.
Kent's gotten any.
Until we can run. All right, so we have a new Avalon board
Okay,
president.
so you're saying that
Job
Avalon
1 week.
support is.
Another reason.
Kent's gotten any.
Until we can run. All right, so we have a new Avalon board.
Of the Avalon community?
If there's something out of 116
Under the
signed up, I would
HOA.
think there
Out of
is.
the HOA?
All right, so we have a new Avalon. The HOA, 116
Under-
signed 4 years ago, said.
The
signed up, I would think there
Out
is.
of the HOA?
I agreed to do it.
All right, so we have a new Avalon.
The HOA, 116 signed 4 years ago, 100 homes out of 116. Yeah, I think it's supported by the Avalon community. 116 4 years ago.
But,
I'm just
but,
asking.
but
I
there's
think it's
a strict
supported by the
difference
Avalon
between
community.
the community as us as individuals.
4 years ago.
But,
I'm just
but
asking.
there's the ownership is either with.
Pushing it through so fast.
It's not really so fast when it's August. The ownership is either 8th, when we receive the work through it. It's not really so fast. We have not had a change in major component within this entire scope.
It's not
2 months?
really so fast.
We have not had a change in this entire scope.
It's not
2
really
months?
To think about it,
in
We haven't even seen the.
this entire scope.
Proposed covenant, so how can you say we've had it since August? We
No,
haven't.
the board has it since August. I mean,
Here's
we've had
scope.
complaints since August that we've had there, the board gets. Well,
Has it
say
since
what you
August.
want, but again,
So that
we're
we
gonna be
had that-
sitting here again in December debating the same
The
fact
board
that
get-
we've now done 2 months prior to this one. There's no, to me, there's no marked change in any component of this entire
The board get-
now
situation
done that is gonna change. We've had this locked in. To me, there's no marked change in any,
Of which we are
that is gonna change.
also.
We've had this locked in. To me,
Some residents here say our turtle.
that is
Let's wait
gonna
until
change.
January. Between November and December, you've got busy times. Just because not
Change.
Halloween is in, People are busy. People are shopping. People are cooking. Between November and December, you get busy time. It's not the end just because they're busy. People are shopping. People are cooking. Between November and December, you get a chance to really busy time. If in January people vote against it, we'll move the sign. Really busy time. Being friendly. If in January people vote against it, we'll move the sign. Being friendly. If in January people vote against it, we'll
And you
move.
know what, and I think we've been more than flexible on this entire issue because the board,
Not at all.
because the board has
You know
two
what, and I
options.
think
We could remove the
I think
sign
we've
with a
been
simple board
more than
vote,
flexible on this
as the
entire
attorney
issue because
suggested,
the
or we could
because
bring
the
it forward to
board
the community.
moved the sign. We've been
to amend our
more than
document.
flexible on this
As the
entire
attorney
issue
suggested.
because the board,
The residents. You are
Or
not a
because-
board of one person. You are a board for the people. And here's all the residents. Let's wait until January.
Or because-
One person. Now you are a board for the people. And here's all
And there's
That's all everybody's asking. And we've got a lot of people here that would agree with me.
Yes.
And here's all
And there's
That's all everybody's asking. And he doesn't think so. And we've got.
So what is that?
Yes.
And here's all
And there's
That's all everybody's asking. You got us to all agree. And he doesn't. Got $7,700 worth of trees.
I'm
But you got us to all
That means you know what she's talking about.
Yes, sir.
That means you know what she's talking about.
It will be sent out tomorrow if we vote on option one, and you will have the full thing, and it'll be 30 days ahead of that.
You know what she's talking about.
It's ready to go, and you will have the full thing, and it'll All be right, 30 days
Right.
ahead of
Focus.
that.
You know what she's talking about.
It's ready to go, and you will have it quickly. You know,
You guys wake up every morning with vibrations and dust in your back.
It's ready.
Laughing me.
I do.
to go, and you will have it.
option
And you
one.
know, vibrations, and you're a piece of work. Dust in your back.
It's ready,
Option one.
and you will have it. Option
And you
one.
don't crawl back.
All right.
Vibrations.
Unless he edits it out like last month, this is all being recorded.
Yeah.
Good.
That's fine.
Control the ladder.
All right.
All right.
The discussion, obviously, is.
Unless he edits it out like last month, this is all being recorded.
Yes, quick question.
The discussion.
Obviously, is.
Unless he edits it out like last month,
Yes,
this is
question from the floor here, please. Let
all being recorded.
I just wanted to know.
Yes.
With the problems that you're having, or not yours.
Question from the floor here, please. Let,
Yes.
yes.
With the problems that you're having, or not yours.
Question from the floor here, please. Let, yes.
Because your vote is handled by a third-party vendor who is not, it's not tied to the website. You get a separate link
You're
from a
a third-party vendor who
completely
is
outside
not,
of
it's not tied to the,
They're the ones who
You're
administer everything, from the online.
a third,
You know, so there would be no like outage in terms of, you know, potential voting, like you couldn't get online to vote.
from the
A
online,
whole separate,
a third,
like vendor.
you know, so there would be no like outage in terms of, you know, potential vote. A third, you know, so there would be
And I'm in the vote.
no like outage in terms.
This is the first board meeting I've come to because I work really hard and I'm usually not home until well after this is over. But I just retired. This is the first board meeting I've come to because I work really hard and I'm usually not home until well after this. I'm a board meeting I've come to because I'm hearing all this really hard and I'm usually not. And I read anything that comes to me. So I guess I'm wondering how anybody else and I read anything that comes to me, know anything about this. So I guess I'm wondering how anybody else and I read anything that comes to me, know anything, and yet I'm also somebody that think neighborhood watch stops somebody from coming over the wall and robbing. Neighborhood watching. But this stops somebody from coming over the wall and I'm just kind of taken aback. I mean, from a lot of you. I mean, you're not nice to each other and there's no discussion coming back. Thank you. I mean, from a lot of each other and there's no discussion.
So how can you?
Wood in Hunters Creek, and we were in a guard gated community too. Backed up to the golf course. Wood in Hunters Creek, and we were in a guard gated community too. Wood in Hunters Creek. I don't understand. And we were in a guard. To me, I'm more worried about how that person gated. And whether or not they, I don't understand, are open to get what they want. And we were in a their houses. And whether one of those security, whether or not they, I don't understand, are open to get what they want. And we were in their houses. And whether one of those security, but that's what's frightening. And please, you know.
Every deterrent helps.
Nice. And whether one of the, please, you know.
Every deterrent helps.
This is our community. This is our community.
Move on because we voted.
We need to make a motion.
So we can just, I mean, we can just say it.
We need to make a motion. Just make it. Yeah. Well, I mean,
So we can just, I mean, for option one, right?
we need to make a motion. Just make it.
Okay, I made the motion.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
So we can just, I mean, for option one, right?
we need to make a motion. Just make it.
Okay, I made the motion.
Second.
It just passed out here, no one knows what they did. You wanna-
To make a motion. All in favor?
Okay, I made the motion.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
To make a motion.
Listening to the people.
All in favor?
Okay, I made the motion.
Thank you very much.
All right, we're because we can sit here all night randomly this thing, so.
And it's gone both ways.
You know.
Very much.
Not from you.
Because we can sit here all night randomly this thing, so.
And it's gone both ways.
You know.
Very much.
I'm not fighting over any more of the back and forth and everything. We're moving on to the new business, as we have one item within the holiday bonus, back and forth and everything. We're moving on to the new business. See there, we have holiday bonus, back and forth and everything. Last year, if they worked for us, and we have 3 staff of our officers, if you like, who are last year, if they worked for us, especially in the case of Dionysius, and we have 3 staff of our their bonus amount last year, if they worked for us, especially in the case of Dionysius, and we have 3 staff of our their bonus amount last year, if they worked for us, especially in the case of Dionysius, on an hourly rate this year also. So and we have you know that works, and then Peter are relatively newcomers, and they work the 16. Here for the newcomers that were not a full 40, we did 150. So everybody is an alignment here for the newcomers that were not a full 40, we did 1,800 on bonuses. Is an alignment here for the newcomers that were not a full 40, we did 100.
Names of our guard on the website, so
Not a full.
also thank them, we have to.
Yeah. 40. And you can, I'll also put the, they have a specific address. And you can, I'll put that out. I'll also put the, they have a specific address. And you can, I'll
Changes, it would be nice if that was also updated, so that we know.
put that, that's fair, yeah. And you can, we could also, it might not be a bad idea to continue on that point, the shifts, and I don't know who's working the morning on the weekend, so you might not know Peter from Mark, from Gene, but at least you could,
In other communities, we actually put their picture up there.
the weekend, so
It'd be nice if we could do that.
And
might not know Peter from Mark, from Gene, but at least you could,
in other communities, we actually put their picture.
might not know Peter from Mark, from, thank you for that, Gene, but at least you could,
In other communities, we actually put their picture.
might not know Peter from Mark, from, thank you for that, Gene. Well, I'll make the motion that. But at least you could. the holiday bonus.
Here from Mark.
Patrol staff in the amount of
Thank you for that, Gene.
$1,500 in total. The holiday bonus. All in favor?
Here from Mark.
Patrol staff in the amount of
Thank you for that, Gene.
$1,500 in total. The holiday bonus. All in favor?
Here from
November.
Yeah, so we can start patrol, because I know, especially the 16-hour guys, the weekend guys, the late night.
all in favor?
Between you and I
know,
knock that out and get that to them.
Especially the 16-hour guys, the weekend guys, the late night.
All
in favor?
Between you and I
know,
knock that out and get that to them. For the board, did we have any new business?
Especially-
We needed to take a look at that.
At least for this month.
Knock that out and get that. For the board, did we have any new
All right,
business?
uh,
Especially
the
needed to
last
take a look at.
section.
The signal
Forum,
out
I
and
will
get
open
that.
it to
For the
floor.
board, did we have any new
All right.
business? Especially needed to.
Yes, ma'am.
I'd like to know who is responsible for the placing of the flags
Have any new
at the front entrance.
business? Especially needed
Yeah,
to. Yes, ma'am.
That was always done by a homeowner, or a couple homeowners.
Especially needed to.
Yeah,
Yes, ma'am.
that was always done by a lot of people calling in asking
A homeowner?
for Veterans Day. The board or the HOA did not do that. It was always a homeowner on that, so.
A homeowner?
It obviously didn't get done this year.
Veterans Day,
Because there
um,
wasn't a conflict.
it was always a
or anything like
homeowner on that,
but,
so.
We've made a note that.
A homeowner?
It obviously didn't get done going forward.
It's a
Anything like
homeowner on that.
on that, and we have it loaded in.
Yeah, so-
we've made that's the reason why, on that, because usually the couple homeowners that have been doing it are pretty vigilant about getting all the flags up all the time, and we kind of probably, took that for granted on that, so we'll make sure that happens again.
All the flags up all the time, and we kind of probably.
Alrighty, anything else?
Yes, on the,
Again. All the flags up all the
Kyle, when that discussion takes
time, and we kind of probably.
get the.
Again. All the flags up all the.
Avalon ARB,
Kyle,
and
when
they're
that
not
dis-
part of that.
So it's separate.
Yeah.
Discussion. Second,
And
I don't know where this came from, but it was handed to me.
And they're not part of that.
This reference. Second,
And-
I don't know where this came from. Sorry, this, well, then don't reference. I'd like to know if this is accurate.
No, it is accurate.
What are we
It-
talking about? Can you
It
tell us,
was,
please?
and to be honest with you, I'll admit to it, I did it, and it
I'd
was
like to know if this is accurate.
ill attempted.
It is accurate.
On that,
What are we
I
talking
apologize.
about?
It was,
On that.
I'll admit to it,
I'll
I did it,
on
and
that. I fully admit I
ill
was in the wrong.
attempt. It is accurate.
That's all.
I'll admit to it, I did it, and.
I have no qualms about that.
Beneath you
Get it?
personally, and I
And-
think with your communications that you do send out, which I applaud, I think it would be beneficial if that apology went.
About that.
And I think with your
I agree, and
communications.
I'll
that
issue
you
something,
send out,
because like I
which
said, it was
applaud, I think it would
an
be
ill-fated
beneficial if
attempt
that apology
at
went.
humor,
About
and
that.
probably,
And I think with your
definitely, I agree, and I'm
communications
trying
that you
to,
send
like I
out,
said, definitely,
Was,
not indicative of, what goes on
With
at
your
the
communications.
board level or anything like.
And I'm
that.
just like I said.
Yep.
And I
Yeah,
don't
but-
think we should take all the blame, because I think that.
What
enough
goes
of
on
us-
at the board level or anything like.
And I'm just like I said.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I
Yeah,
would
but-
never take all the
Vice
blame.
versa, yeah.
I would hope you would respect your
Because I-
parents and your grandparents a
Like I
little
said.
better than them.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I would never take all the
Same thing,
And I hope it
parents-
never happen again.
and your grandparents.
same thing,
Yep.
I'll be in the same communication from Mike as
I
well,
hope
it's
parents-
the same issue.
Thank you.
And other than
I
that,
have-
that's it on that subject, it was,
from Mike
as
as
well.
well.
Just like, Mike had said,
parents-
same
Same
issue on
issue.
my part, it was a joke,
I have-
that's, that's it on that subject, it was,
from Mike
on my
Issue?
part, it was a,
And we
send out
lost a
apologies.
good person.
A joke,
have-
that's it on that subject, it was,
from Mike
on
Issue?
my part, it was a,
And we
send out
lost a
apologies.
good person.
Refusal to apologize.
Joke.
Amazing.
It was a,
Amazing.
for someone else's decision.
We
Send out
lost a
apologies.
good person.
Refusal. Amazing.
Again, and I'll even take it on myself
it was a-
further. I did not respond to the email, the initial email fast enough.
Take it on my
Got
It was a-
a bunch of other things.
the initial email
offense on
fast enough.
Tom's
Take it on my
at the end of the day.
It was a-
a bunch of other things, my failure.
the initial email
also
offense
at one point.
on
So,
That's enough.
Attempt to talk to Thomas and change his mind.
My failure.
Make a personal.
The initial offense on.
Well, we've both spoken with him about
That's
it.
enough.
I've already said my words between
The
times.
initial offense on.
Well, it's his decision spoken with him. Personally, I'm not going to
That's enough.
persuade him. It's not my duty to force someone to be on this board. It's, that's just what it is. Personally, I'm not going to, it's not my duty to
I'll discuss it with him,
force someone to be on this board.
in any event.
Not judgment,
Caused that, from what
not my duty to
I'll discuss it with him,
force someone to be on this board.
in any event.
Not judgment,
caused that from an invitation that
not my
he would be welcome back to the board.
In any event.
Extenuating circumstances.
judgment,
Caused that from an invitation that.
not my
He would be welcome back. Extenuating
judgment,
caused that from an invitation that.
Thank you for that. You know.
not my
Versus Boca Line. We are all.
Thank you for that.
Exactly, we should be held up to a
Yeah.
standard, and we understand that. We'll, talk to Tom.
Thank you for that.
And exactly, we should be held up to a standard, and we understand that. We'll, talk to Tom.
And
Thank you for.
we had wanted
We understand that.
respect for each other and.
We'll, talk to Tom.
We had wanted forth, and I think that's.
We understand that.
Respect for each community.
But
We
change, you have to
had
all
wanted
be
forth,
willing
and I.
to say
Sure.
yes.
Oh, absolutely,
We're all
yes.
neighbors. and we're all
Absolutely,
friends.
I have no problem doing
And-
that, yep. Catherine and I had an issue of.
To say yes.
Oh, absolutely,
We're all
yes.
neighbors. and we're all
Absolutely,
friends.
I have no problem doing that, yep. Catherine and I, it doesn't look like here, and as I said to people before, come to give. But then, Catherine and I, it doesn't look like here, and as I said to people, come to Catherine and I,
Back on the board, and then you.
it doesn't look like here, and as I said to people, come to Catherine and I,
Back on the board, and then you.
it doesn't look like
Exactly. All right.
Other items.
The idea is for all the residents to see what's happening in the meeting.
All right.
Why is that
Other
camera
item.
pointed at us? Instead of, the idea is for all the presentation, so they can see.
Residents,
See with visual aids.
because after last, we had lessons learned from last month's meeting. We some of the settings that we had out there with some
Because-
visual
because
packets and the captions.
After last,
and on.
we had
Just
lessons
to
learned
make
from
sure we had
last month's
ensured
meeting.
The sound, some
Because
visual packets and the
after
captions
last,
on.
we had
Just
lessons
to
learned
make
from
sure on his computer, the slides being shown.
last month's
Sure
meeting.
Proud the entire time, you'll be seeing the slides as we're going through them. I will say that we probably won't show the
The
financial
slides being
slides.
shown last month's meeting.
Proud the entire time, you'll be seeing the slides as we're going through them.
I
Online.
show the
The
slides being shown
Yeah.
last month's meeting.
Proud
Proud the entire time, you'll be
Yeah,
seeing the
we'll
slides.
see that starting, if we have everything done.
Going through them.
Then we look at it. You'll see the slides and they'll be panning back and forth to the,
The slides.
you know, presentation as it's happening live.
We have everything done.
Going through them,
Slide
and we look at it. You'll see the slides and they'll be panning back and forth.
No,
Presentation as it's happening live.
We have everything done. Going through them,
And we look at it. You'll see the. Could, but it doesn't,
slides and they'll be,
Could go through the website
And-
where we only have links available, but we'll look more into
You'll see-
that if-
The issue that could, but it doesn't,
slides and they'll be,
panel like that.
Could go through the website
And-
where we only have links available.
The issue that could, but it doesn't,
slides and they'll be,
Could go through the website
Now, if you create, what
And-
we're talking
where we
about
only
on
have
the website is you create the actual
links
note as an iframe within there. So every month you just have to go to the. Now, if you create what we're
Links
note as an iframe, it'll be essentially an island within there. So every month your login for the.
The work in process.
Exactly.
iframe.
It's all still a work in progress. These first few meetings are more about making sure we get quality without. I mean, it's all still a work in progress. Capturing half of it, no audio. Are more about making sure we get quality slides. Half of it and so forth. Hopefully, we'll be able to get no audio. Or more record of each meeting so that we can document it properly. So
And the second half of the
be able to
question.
get no audio.
First,
Our more record of each meeting so that we can
Hour and 16 minutes.
document.
Down to 30 minutes.
Yes, I can
Our
explain
more
that one. record of That each was actually meeting so because that the we can, first original meeting was
document.
being live streamed, and what had happened was due to the settings, it kept cutting out. And YouTube took that video, the one being live streamed, placed it on things. It kept cutting out. And YouTube took that video, the one being live streamed, placed it on things. So then it kept cutting out. While this is all documenting, we have a backup going, which
And
is
meeting-
the video, which I had to re-upload. From this point on, that won't be happening because
Things
so then
it kept cutting
I
out.
was just
And
taking
meeting-
the video,
But
which I
everything
had
that was
to
cut out was a negative.
re-upload.
No.
No, from this point on, that won't be
We did
happening.
not.
Things
So then
it kept cutting
I
out.
was just
And
taking
meeting-
the video,
No,
which I had to
cut out was a negative.
compression of the packets.
Yeah.
So when you drop packets on the cache, it compresses only the stream. If you
Yeah,
cut
check it
out,
out.
you get 16 minutes and
Cache.
5 seconds of the
Compresses
only. So
That was a negative.
16 minutes and.
Well, that's because it
Five
went
seconds.
straight from the stream, straight onto our YouTube page.
But I mean,
That's
I
different
guess
now,
in terms
yeah.
of 5 days,
That's because
it's a record out there for.
Straight from the
for all
stream,
time.
straight onto
I
our
mean, there's
YouTube.
Nothing that's gonna change.
Yeah.
In terms
Yeah.
of, in terms
5
of
years from now, 50.
5 days,
It's around, they can go
nothing
out
that's
there
gonna
and
change.
look at it if they really wanted to.
In terms of,
The person who posted it pulls it off. Right?
Yeah, or you
Well,
can shut
in
down the
terms-
whole,
Yeah,
account,
I
but
mean-
I mean, even then,
We want it.
you can recover that stuff from YouTube.
In terms
The person who
It
posted
never
it
really
pulls it off.
truly goes away. I mean, it is
Yeah,
the
or
internet.
you can
Well,
shut
In
down the
terms
whole,
yeah,
I
account,
mean,
but
it
stuff
really
from
is kind of
YouTube.
living.
In terms
The person who
It
posted
never
it
really
pulls it off.
truly goes away. I mean, it is
Yeah.
the
We're
internet.
sitting here talking about our
You shut
security
down the
in
whole-
our neighborhood, but yet
Yeah.
we're putting this on YouTube, talking about.
I mean, it is the internet.
Sheriffs are in our community, sitting here talking about our
You shut
sheriffs.
down the whole-
Yet we have it on YouTube, but
Yeah.
we're putting this on YouTube, in our community, sitting here talking about our sheriffs.
You shut down the whole-
Yet we have it on YouTube. Yeah, we're putting this on.
Popular.
That's the point. It's open to anybody. We're talking about. We're putting this on, but yet we're
Yeah.
streaming. It's open to anybody. We're talking about. We're putting this on, but yet we're
Yeah.
streaming. It's open to anybody. Just a thought,
Yeah,
just.
well, duly, I mean, duly noted, I mean, you can password protect everything, and if we can get this to work where it's how
I mean,
the new Turtle Creek.
If we can get
then, there's nobody else.
this to work,
Then
we're
we
gonna-
lock this channel where then nobody would see it. You would essentially see, you'd see Turtle Creek has a YouTube channel, but unless you would block everybody from going in, you would
lock
not
this channel where then nobody would see it.
You
would essentially see,
But
you would
right
see
now,
Turtle
we're
Creek has a
still
YouTube
testing
channel,
that,
but
but
this channel where then nobody would see it. You would
just wanna see, you know.
essentially see-
Launch a new website in January, maybe at the January meeting, we can test it out. If not, then we'll shut this channel down as a public
You know, essentially-
array, lock it down.
Actually see
And
new
everybody can
website
just
in
drive
January.
themselves to the,
then we'll shut this channel
which
down.
honestly,
as a
might
public,
even
you know,
be
this-
array, then you could pull up
to
the
the-
document if you didn't wanna see the slides there, you could pull up
Then we'll
the
shut-
PDF ahead of time and just listen or something. It's probably more user-friendly with functionality, and that's why we're trying to
Or you
pursue
could pull
that. It's just, it's on the
Then we'll
list
shut
of
ahead of time
things within the new
and
site.
user-friendly with
Up and going,
functionality,
then we
and
can
that's
lock this one off.
why we're trying to-
Or
you could pull up,
But it duly know, that's why
time
people
in
don't
the new
show
site is user-friendly with
financial
functionality.
lines, for instance, on there, because
And
then
that's
we're bidding on
this
something would obviously know how much we spend on a
Why-
monthly basis, or if we have cost overruns in.
Functionality.
For why, that type of thing, so.
Since on there,
we're
because-
looking
and
at
that's
it,
what this,
bidding on
this
something
one would obviously know how
it
much
is
we
noted
spend on a
that
monthly
we're
basis,
locking
or if
that
we have
down.
cost,
Yeah.
that type of thing, so.
Yeah,
since
we're
on there,
currently
because- and that's what
doing
this,
a lot of
this
stuff
one,
to
you
test
obviously
runs. We
know
wanna make
how
sure
much
that
we
when
spend.
it does go on the site, that it's
And
good.
on a
Same
monthly
thing
basis.
with how they're now doing tests and stuff on the site, we're doing our version of
You
it.
know
So wanna make
how
sure
much-
we have to,
If we
when it
spend-
does go on the site, that it's
And-
good in the board. Tests and stuff on the
as far
site,
as that, if
we're
we were
doing
to
our
lock it
version of
down
it.
now,
We wanna make
and-
sure that
and-
it's good in the board. So we're working on, tests and
in
stuff.
ground.
Does it matter if anybody has access right now if we don't want to?
on this-
Do lock it down?
I mean, it's more of a resource,
Uh,
I really doubt that a tests and professional is stuff. going to go and look at an hour and
Has access
16
right now
minutes
if we
worth of a
don't
board.
want
meeting
to
to-
lock it down?
I mean, hope for some
Really doubt
vital
that
information,
a
a
tests
professional
and
is
stuff.
going to go and look at an hour and
It's
16
highly
minutes
debatable,
worth.
but we
we don't
But-
say
but-
anything
but-
that's.
To answer your question, I don't have a definitive answer. I'd have to look at the settings and what it would impact. So,
It's
it
highly-
would impact the schedule where we have
We don't say anything that-
meeting to start.
Definitive
Would
answer.
it
I'd have
impact
to look
that
at the
ability
settings
to get
and what it
that,
would
you know?
impact.
So, you can go to the link.
Anything that-
I'd have to
Start.
research that and get back to you. I don't.
Would it
have
impact
that
the
right
look-
here. So,
Right.
The setting.
anything else?
Would it impact the look?
Floor open?
Yes, the floor is right here.
Let's just give it a,
Right.
The setting.
Anything else? Yes, the floor is right here.
let's just,
With Pulte, yeah,
The setting.
they've been a
Anything
little
else?
bit more responsive on emails and such, and getting, back to the questions that people send.
The setting.
Sent them, an email on that. I do know.
They've
that
been- anything
a little
else?
bit more responsive on emails and such, and getting, back to the questions that people email on that. I do know.
They've been- anything else?
More responsive on emails and such. For their interim and
Getting, back to-
I know they've got about 6 pages of things that they're
Right.
dealing with on there. A lot of complaints. Made its way to
For their
Orange County.
interim and getting, back
I
to-
know they've got about 6 pages of things that
Right.
they're dealing with on there. One of them is, made its way to
For
Orange
their
County.
interim and getting, back
I
to-
know they've got about 6
One of them
pages. Should be,
Right.
just for the fact that the county gave them special privileges on their work permit because they were behind
Right.
the, hurricane.
Right.
Just for the fact that weekend work happened, so I'm hoping that privileges on their work permit Sunday because they were behind
Right.
the, by beeping. Happened, so I'm hoping Monday through Friday, I guess.
Privileges on there.
They, I've kind of cataloged and put into
Work
a
permit.
file all the complaint emails I've had from pool filters, dirt, noise,
They,
everything. Cataloged
permit.
and file all the complaint email, not getting any better. I've had from continuing to get a
Pool
pool
filter.
filter.
File
So,
all the-
figure out something.
Complaint email getting any-
Come to a meeting, or we'll have a special meeting where you get here, where we're gonna have to figure this out as a community before,
Something. Complaint email.
I guess a lot of people.
Not getting any-
Come to a meeting, or we'll have a special works, community, before type of approach to it. And,
Complaint email.
I guess, the gentleman who's the
Community.
president of the region, was trying type of approach, but he is all for that, he wants to work something out. At least the complaints, and see what we can do from a compensation standpoint,
Type of approach.
something out, pool filter reimbursement. At least the complaints, and see what we can do from a compensation standpoint.
Type of approach. Something out.
Pool filter reimbursement. At least complaints, and see what
pretty bad.
We
And
can
we
do-
also have pools in the backyard, and I'm telling you,
At least,
I would not doubt if there's gonna be crowds.
And I think
complaints.
my, I'm not as close to the wall as you guys are.
At least,
Not doubt
But
if there's gonna
over
be
the.
complaints.
And I think pool is my, I'm not as close to the wall as you guys are. 4 days, which is, I never had to do that in the 4 years that I've had to do that. And it's not evaporation.
As you guys are.
4 days, which is, I never had to do that in the 4 years that I've had to
As you guys are.
4 days, which is, I never.
Had to do that in 4 years.
Hard to get the sales office and a mobile home up, or at least
Had to do that.
can by the end of the year.
4 years.
Hard to get sales starting the sales office and a mobile home up February. The end of the
4 years.
hard to get starting the sales office and a mobile home. Pretty much immaterial in February. I need to understand what they're gonna do on the 28 lots that they're on the wall. Individual, pretty much immaterial in February. Working that out. I need to understand what they're gonna do on the 28 individual, pretty much immaterial in February. Working that out. I need to understand when it gets its official sign off. What they're gonna do, that is what's going in there. They will have salespeople starting to get trained up, and they're gonna look at these salespeople to give them official sign off.
What they're gonna do, that
They should do against that wall. Salespeople starting to get trained up, and they're gonna look at these salespeople to give, basically against that wall. Nothing to a forest.
People starting to get.
On that, so they're waiting to get that feedback from their salespeople that are in the area and what's gonna be,
People starting to
who's
get.
gonna juice the sales to get this done. On that, so they're waiting to get that feedback from their salespeople that are in the area and what's gonna be, on the lake, and then the next
Gonna juice
highest are the
waiting to get that feedback from their salespeople.
across our,
People that are in the area.
So we have no input in
Hey, what's-
landscape plans, we can't suggest.
People that are in.
They said they have no
Area.
problem listening to our,
input.
suggestions or feedback, but again, that's
People that are in.
giving
if they,
landscape plans, we have something for feedback. Obviously, if it's something that, okay, well, they got,
but again,
populated ligustrums or something like that across the whole thing, okay, or if they have nothing, you know, we don't want to. Right now, I don't know where they're looking.
but again, populated ligustrums or something like that across the whole thing, okay, or if they have nothing.
Phase one piece.
Right now, I don't know where they're looking. But again, populated ligustrums or something like that across the whole thing, okay, or if they have nothing.
Push in terms of, phase one, on how to move that needle.
Across the whole thing, okay, or if they have nothing.
On how to move that needle. Yeah, no,
Across the whole thing,
that is an excellent question.
okay, or if they have nothing.
On how to move that needle was the biggest.
Yeah.
Complaints on the weekends. But with the change in the time to fall back or whatever it is, that obviously makes.
But with the change in the
Thank you for being responsive.
time to fall back or whatever it is,
That obviously makes.
but with the change in the
Thank you for being responsive.
And they're supposed to be finishing out some of the
Time.
polishing around the wall, because they, like I said, they did agree they're going to power wash the wall. And they're supposed to any kind of, because they're, like I said, they did agree they're going to power wash the wall. And they're supposed to any kind of, because they're, like I said,
That are going to be against.
they,
That anywhere from 550 to 700,000.
they're,
So,
like I said,
custom, that would lead me to believe they're
they,
gonna be. That anywhere from.
they're, like I said,
Custom, that would lead me to the same kind of believe they're gonna
They-
do as we do. You know, the design should be very similar to the higher end Ruby Lake product. You know, the one over on Palm Parkway, if you go through there, that's, you know, as we do, the custom aspect, you know, for the homes in those, over on Palm Parkway, if you go through there, that's, you know, as we do, the homes in those, over on Palm Parkway, if you go through there, that's, you know, so, yeah.
as we do,
You know, I, even if you put up some, you know, there's gonna be new plantings, some years for it to root and get up, side. You put up some, you know, it's gonna be new, big brother hanging on plantings, some years for it to root and get up, side. You put up some, you know, it's gonna be new. Anything else? Big brother. No? All right, if, that is all, I'll make a motion to adjourn the meeting at 7:55 PM. Is there a second? All in favor? I'll make a motion to adjourn the meeting at 7:55 PM. Meeting. After this, Mike has been texting me. After this, Mike.
Regarding the